connections that inspire and engage our communities. Through this series, we aim to empower every member with the knowledge and tools to elevate the visibility and impact of our club and our district. Today's training features two important topics. The first one, Toastmasters International Branding Guidelines. This session helps us to understand how to represent our brand consistently and professionally. The second topic, Basics of Canva. It helps us to learn simple yet effective design techniques to create impactful promotional materials for club, area, division, as well as district. A heartfelt thank you to our amazing trainers for generously sharing your time, expertise, and passion to make this learning experience possible. To all our members, thank you for joining us today. Your commitment to learning and growing in public relations reflects our district's spirit of empower, educate, and elevate. With great enthusiasm, I now declare the PR Excellence Lab Series Session 1 Launchpad officially open. It is my honor now and privilege to invite our district director. Let me check whether the district director has joined.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, here.
I will never miss this Canva.
Okay, so our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Sherwin Olimpo, whose vision and leadership continue to inspire us throughout this Toastmasters year. Our district director is a Toastmaster since 2019 and a quality management professional over 20 years of experience. He has led various professional, civic, and non-profit organizations as board chairman and president, an engineer, forex trader, and a fisherman. Let us put our hands together for our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Sherwin Olimpo, to deliver his message.
All right. Thank you so much, our District Public Relations Manager, Toastmaster Shalini Lal, and fellow Toastmasters online. Welcome, good afternoon, and I wish you well, everyone, especially here in Doha, those living in Doha. Despite of what happened this morning, we are here. We will, yeah, you joined. Your presence is here and online in the portal. We truly thank you for your time. Now, going back to the importance. The trend today is AI. Anyone who was not able to adopt AI will be left behind. And that was probably the reason that I tried myself to learn at least minimum 10 AI tools to be used in my workplace, in the communities, and for personal use as well. And one of them is Canva. Okay. I'm very excited on this Canva because I have a paid Canva, and yet I only used it as design. I know there's a lot more things that or approaches that we can do out of this Canva that I'm excited to learn during this session. So in the recent months, we often saw flyers, flyers generated by AI. But the factor here is that Toastmasters has its own brand manual to follow. And this training is so timely for us AI tool users, to learn how to align our outputs into this Toastmasters branding. So, to make it short, I would like to elaborate more things. This is timely. Thank you very much, public relations team, for giving this opportunity for us to learn about Canva. Because definitely, even if we're not designers, we enjoy making designs. We enjoy making ourselves looking good. In fact, the last picture that I had, I'm already like 10 years younger for that picture, and it really looks good. And it feels good to see beautiful pictures of beautiful photos. So once again, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, PR team, for this initiative, for this endeavor. And over to you, Madam District Public Relations Manager. You're in muted. You're muted.
Thank you, District Director, for joining us and for your message. Next, I would like to invite and call upon our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajay Rogie. Distinguished Toastmaster Ajay is a law graduate with a specialization in banking and insurance and worked with one of the renowned banks in Mumbai. Ajay also worked as a teacher for 7 years in one of the leading primary schools in Doha. Right now, a homemaker by choice and a mother of a teenage daughter, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajay joined ICC One Toastmasters in 2019 and have served all club officer roles as area director, as division director, and also have participated and won a division contest, area contest, and club contest. With this note, I would like to invite our PQD, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajaya, for a message.
Thank you, DPRM Shalini, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, all. I want to hear your voice.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all.
Thank you. That's the energy I wanted to see, because we are going to have a wonderful session by two of our trainers today. Let me first of all congratulate all of you for taking that first step and taking this challenging role in the club officer list. I always believe, because I'll tell you why. This was the first club officer role I have taken in 2019 when I become a member. So I learned so many things and still I'm learning, and that is why I'm today with you all to learn more and more things from our DPRM, from our trainer Bindu Pillai and another trainer also. So never stop learning. That is what is always I think about whenever we are talking about Toastmasters. Each and every meeting something. So I feel that you have taken that first step to learn and to join for today's session. Though it is Friday afternoon, we had have our good lunch and wanted to take a nap or go out, but still you are with us and opening your videos. We can see that you are not sleeping or something. You are just listening carefully with your laptops on, because we have given the instruction that be there with your laptops and with your pen and pencil. So as VPPR, you are not just promoting the meeting or designing posters. You are shaping your club's identity, telling its stories, inspiring others, and bringing all other guests to your club by creating beautiful flyers. So every poster you create, every event you promote, and every success story you share has the power to attract a new member and celebrate achievement and strengthen your club's brand, right? So we are here to learn how to do this branding properly so that we all will be on the same page. So let's learn together today during today's session. Ask question. If you have questions, raise your hands. We will have some more time for this all questions. We will try to answer everything. Our trainers will be happy to support with their answers. And another thing, don't forget to connect with each other. When we connect with more and more ideas or more and more new energies, we learn more. So make use of this today's session, as well as be there in VPPR. We have created a group for VPPR for each club officer. So there is a group for VPPRs also. If you haven't joined that group, please join that group and share your ideas with each other, and let's rock together. Let's learn together. Back to you, DPRM time.
Thank you, PQD, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajay Roge. So without further ado, let us start the session. So I would like to introduce our first trainer for the session. And our trainer for this session is an IT manager with Lodige Systems Middle East, working in the field of industrial automation for Hamad International Airport, Qatar. She joined Toastmasters in December 2018 and has been an active leader, trainer, and branding advocate ever since. She is the proud recipient of the District PR Champion Award and the Excellence in Branding Award, and has conducted several Toastmasters international branding sessions at both the district and region level. She has served in various leadership roles and currently serves as the District New Source Research Chair and DTAC 2027 Co-Chair. Please join me in welcoming our trainer for today's session on Toastmasters International Branding Essentials, Distinguished Toastmaster Bindu Pillai.
Thank you, Madam District PR Manager. All audible and visible?
Yes.
So hearty good afternoon to all the brand ambassadors and enthusiasts who has joined us today for this excellent series session. Now, I'd requested our IT manager to raise a poll. I hope all of you have answered that, right? And I see that almost 60% are not a VPPR or a division or area PR manager in this session. And from the second question, I just wanted to know if you are a district leader or a club officer, and the answer shows me 67%. So it's good to know that there is a mix of VPPRs, club officers, district leaders, and maybe none of them also in the group. So can we start? I will be sharing from a different laptop. So please bear with me. Do you have the permission to start? I will be showing it as a presenter, an IT manager. I'm
Hello?
not able,
Yeah. You can start, yeah.
I'm not able to select.
Share?
I'm not able to share, yeah.
Bindu has 2 logins, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes, 2 logins. So both you have to make co-hosts.
Presenter.
Okay. I will make it then. I think presenter. Okay.
Okay, now I
You're
got
a co-host for both, I think.
Yeah, now I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see my screen?
Yes.
And I request all all the attendees, if you have any questions, note it with you. And whenever there's a question and answer session, we will answer it there and there. If you have any questions, and please put it onto the chat. There will be, I think the IT manager will have assigned someone to take care of the Q&A host part. Okay. So can we start? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, and we have
Yeah.
Prasad Divagaran here, Toastmaster Prasad. He will be handling the Q&A session. So any questions you can put in the chat box or send to him in chat as well. Thank you. You can continue then.
So I'll just start with why branding matters, understanding the Toastmasters brand platform, the branding essentials that you need to know, how to apply the brand, and we'll go for a Q&A session. Okay? Now, what is branding according to you? What is branding? I use a very, very simple one which everyone can understand. It is a quote from Jeff Bezos. He is the CEO of Amazon. I don't know, I've been using this for all my branding sessions, and believe me, every single member would understand. It says, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. Clear? Every brand, every organization has a branding in place, right? Now, every brand has a story to tell. Okay, so let me show you some of the ones that you would know. Let's take the case of Mercedes. It had a story to tell right from 1902 until 2011. This is just 2011. It has more, so it would have evolved more, but this is an image for that. Similarly, let's go for McDonald's. To the symbol that you are seeing now, to the logo that you see now, with, right? This has a long story.
سمعت حق سارة.
Now, Do you know that Toastmasters International too had a story? Toastmasters International, as you know, all started in 1924. And the logo that you see first with the T and M, before that, there was a sketch made by Ralph C. Smedley in 1928 in a manual that he had created for Toastmasters then. And after which, in 1938 or so, let's say, 31 or so, it got a change. It came up with an oratoris omnis in Spanish, which meant all orators. Then it got changed into the one TM, got removed, got into T alone with two gavels on the side. Again, it got changed. And in around 1941 is the one that you see at the bottom left, the colored logo with all that. How many of you all have seen that logo before? And can you believe it stayed for a long time until around 2011? Okay, around 2009, what happened? You know that we are all members of the club, right? We are all members, right? Now, members are under a club. And to administer these clubs, the clubs were going on growing, right? And to administer these clubs, what did Toastmasters International do? They introduced areas, they introduced divisions to manage areas, they introduced districts to manage the divisions, again, regions, and then the Toastmasters International Board of Directors. But what happened in the interim, do you know, from 1941 onwards? All clubs started using their own logos, their own themes, and it became a mess. Nobody knew what they were doing. And in 2009, Toastmasters International recognized this issue. And what did they do? They partnered with a branding partner called Innovation Protocol and they did a market study and got to the latest logo that we are using. You see the latest logo and the word mark that is both being used on the bottom right. This is our story. How many of you did know about the story? A raise of hands. I can see some, I can not see much. Good, great. At least I can see some of them showing that. Now with this, let's move on. So I told you about what story it had to tell. Again, every brand, right? Is it just a mere set of logos? Do you think it's just some logos and some business cards to say? Is it just that? No, it's an experience. You are all living, or you are all demonstrating, or you are all displaying what is being marketed. Now, the brand that we see here, you remember I called you a brand ambassador? You and me are all brand ambassadors. The brand is represented by everything, single thing that we say and we do. When you communicate a consistent way, right? When each clubs didn't do their own creative things, when all started doing same things, what happens? A same tone, the same message was given, and what will happen? Anyone will know what to expect, and they expect what they know. I'll tell you another example. Let's say you're traveling to US. Okay. For me, I would look immediately if I would look for a food chain like KFC or a McDonald's. Imagine you're going into McDonald's. And this is one example which I use every time. But imagine you're going into McDonald's and you see all the waitresses in blue and pink. How would you feel? What were you expecting then? What were you expecting then? You would have expected them to be in red and black. But then you saw all in blue or pink and yellow. You will doubt whether it's the right franchisee, is it the right McDonald's, right? This is exactly what will happen. So when you communicate, when you live the marketing that you do, and you know what is to be expected, and you are consistent, there the branding is in place. Now, do you understand why branding is very important? Now, every brand that we know has a platform on which it is built, right? What is our brand tagline? What is our brand tagline? It says, where leaders are, made. Right? Now, I want to take you through the brand manual because it has every single thing what is required to be known by any VPPR, club officer, district leader, doesn't matter. Every member must know. Right? Now, let me stop the sharing and share with you exactly how to navigate through that session. Can you see this? Are you all on the portal? You all know how to get into the portal, right? www.toastmasters.org. All you need to do is go to the resources part, right? Once you go into the resources, all what you want, believe me, all what you want is there in this resources library, okay? Once you are into resources, there's resource library where you can get every single thing. I'm not getting there. I'll be off my topic. I want you to go into this brand map portal here, right? This is exactly where you have the brand portal. And when the brand portal opens, this is exactly what you see, right? You will see the brand manual here. This is the one that we want to open now. The branded images. Let's say you want some images, you're running short of images to put in your flyer. There are branded images for you to use. There's a trademark request, which I will take you there. The business card templates are here for you to print. The stationery templates. Do you know agenda, the PowerPoint presentation, everything has a template that you can use from here. The email signature that you must use into your email that you come in when you communicate to the clubs or to district anywhere, you have to use a standard email signature. Make sure all these are embedded. Your website templates all are in here, right? So let's go to the brand manual. Let me know if you can see this page, the brand manual. You cannot see, I'll have to do a new share. So you know where to click to get the brand manual, right? So I'm here, I'm going for a stop share, a new share, just to take you through the brand manual. And why I'm doing this, I have came out of, I want you to have a look and feel of the brand manual, because this exists. Even if I do the presentation, there'll be many of you who wouldn't go into the brand manual. So I want you to know that there is something like this. So when you open a brand manual, it looks like this, right? And you will see the version is, sorry, the version, if I go that, version is revision 7, 2026. Always make sure when you click there, you will have the latest one, okay? Even you can download this PDF, doesn't matter, but always from time to time, please go and look whether you are in the latest version of the brand manual, because there will be some changes there, right? Now, if you go ahead with it, the table of contents, I'm going to take you through all of them very, very fast. Now, how do they address you? They address you exactly like how I addressed you, right? Welcome, brand ambassadors. Why? Because you and me, not as a club officer, I'm not a club officer this time, right? So, not as a club officer, just as a member, you and me are the brand ambassadors, right? Now, we are going, you remember I told you every brand has a brand platform on which it is built. Now, our tagline was where leaders are made. So what is the tagline for McDonald's, let's say? Anyone unmute and say? McDonald's or
I'm
KFC
loving
or
it.
something like that. Ah,
I'm loving it.
yes, exactly. So similar to that, every brand would have a tagline, right? So we mentioned what is our tagline? Where leaders are made. Now let's go to the core branding platform, the core values. What are our core values? Anyone? What are our core values?
Service excellence,
Integrity,
integrity, respect.
integrity, respect, service, excellence.
Service.
In many cases, you will see it as being used as an acronym called RICE. With respect first, no, we have to use integrity, respect, service, excellence. Okay, so this is order. The prime comes with integrity. Now, Toastmasters core international core values. Again, once more, integrity. It is a respect for the individual, service to the member, and dedication to excellence. Clear? So now these are the values that is worthy of any organization. Let us put it that way. This is what you commonly see in most organizations. And they should be These should be the anchor points of every decision that you make. Every decision that you make, every talk that you make. Always think core values. Now let's go to the brand promise. Now, what does Toastmasters promise you? The brand promise you. It promises you that empowering individuals through personal and professional development. This was introduced in August 2015. And now this promise is the least benefit that you will get when you join Toastmasters. That is what Toastmasters International states. Okay, your experience should be like it'll be consistent and excellent regardless of where in the globe you are or which club you are part of. Is it clear? Now let's go to our next one, which is voice and tone. Now, what is voice and tone? Every brand has a platform on which they mention what voice and tone should you use in your communications. Now, our voice and tone allows us to consistently reinforce our identity, right? And why you need it? You want to connect to the target audience. How? Who are your target audience? The current and your prospective members. Make sure you use the appropriate word choice, right? And they say, what do they say? They say should be respectful, professional, universally understandable. It should be clear. It should be succinct. It should be warm. So make sure the language, the text that you use is all within the brand voice and tone, right? Now, let's move on to the visual guidelines. What do you see visibly through the brand? Now, let me halt here. Any questions till now? Now, till now, I just took you through what is branding, what is the Toastmasters International branding all about, and I'm getting you into the visual guidelines. Before I get you into the visual guidelines, any questions? Did you understand? Was it difficult to understand? Anyone unmute?
Clear and precise.
You are presenting very simple way, TTM.
Thank you, Rajesh. So can I proceed now? I'll go ahead with the visual guidelines. Was that a question? Or do you want, IT manager, do you want to put it in mute? Okay, let me proceed with visual guidelines. Okay, now with the visual guidelines, what am I going to cover today? Is the logo. Can you please mute, host? Can you please mute? Yeah. So the visual guidelines, I will be covering the logo word mark that you use, the logo lockups. Okay, and then the how to use the logo. What are the best practices? And the color palette, right? These are the visual things that you see on the brand. Now here it comes. This is the logo. Now, what is the logo? PI mandates that the logo is an integral piece of visual identity, and so it has a lot of importance. You have to apply it correctly and consistently in all your dealings. Why? To accelerate the engagement, raise the organization's credibility, and all that. So this is why logo has a very important. It's very important in terms of branding. Now, here on the left, you see the type of logos that you have. So you have it in color, you have it in grayscale. You have, what is grayscale? It's black and white. And you have it in white as well, right? So these are the only three combinations that you have. You might see flyers with maroon logo, with blue logo. Again, these were present earlier. But if your current brand manual doesn't have such designs, ignore it. You cannot use it, right? And very important is the clear space of a logo. Do you see this part? When you position a logo on your flyer, make sure you have a Toastmasters International word mark inside, right? The length of that, what are the spacing of that, which is marked by X, it should be left around. So however big is your logo or however small is your logo, make sure you leave that space around the logo. That is very important. Now, when you see flyers where the logo is crunched to the border, or it is jammed in between some text, you will feel the pinch. Right? So let's move ahead. So this is clear for you, right? And we have also mentioned some maximum size, minimum size in terms of designing. So you can make use of that. And how to download, how to get this down, this logo. You have an option to download directly from this page itself. So all you need to do is go to that download link and download those logos and keep it safe. So you can use it anytime you want, or upload to Canva if you're using Canva, upload to Canva if you're using any other design softwares, make use of that. Right? So you don't have to ask anyone, can you share the logo? No. You do this part. Now comes the logo word mark. Again, what is a word mark? It is almost equivalent to the logo. So you use it either or. Don't use the word mark and the logo together, right? It has equal importance as the logo, wherein you have issues with the spacing or anything, you can go ahead and use the word mark. Again, word mark also, they have told what is the clear space to be used, and they have also mentioned what are the different word marks that you have available, which is a color, which is black, and one is in white. These are the only three options that you have. Don't make anything. That is, don't type and create Toastmasters International, right? This is how you should use. You have a word mark, please make use of that. Again, to download, you have it in the bottom of the page. You can download. You know how to use the clear spacing now, right? Don't forget this anymore. Now comes the logo lockup. What is a logo lockup? When you have a logo with a text attached, right, that becomes a logo lockup. And there are standard logo lockups already given by TI, which is you'll have since 1924 with Toastmasters.org, which is a website. You will have with, again, with the word mark again, and the logo with since 1924. So these are the ones which are currently shown on the brand manual. Earlier, there used to be one with where leaders are made. It is not there anymore. So I assume that it should not be used. You can write where leaders are made, should not be a problem. Right? So you can download it again from the bottom of this page. Now we go to how to use the logo. How can you use the logo? Why I'm taking you here is because you have a first-hand look of what the manual says and how it should be used, right? So you can always have the logo with the club name or the district name under it, any text which is relevant to Toastmasters under it. So these are the things that they say that you can do, right? So you can also use a logo lockup and write a district name under it. So it shows that, okay, this flyer belongs to the district, or this flyer belongs to the club, right? Now, I clearly ask you one thing. Can club and districts create their own logo, theme, and tagline? Can they? Now, till now, you heard what I said, right? Can they create? Yes, no?
Yes, actually, we did.
We did. Ah, yes, you did. But you know that you cannot, right? Did you
Yes.
understand? You cannot. Because that's why the branding is in place. And since 2011, we have a proper branding structure. It is being indicated so that all follow a same picture. Another thing is, this is a very common question that is asked. It is already in the brand manual because it's very frequent. Can I remove the logo and still use it without the TI colors? No. If you are still using it under a Toastmasters club name or any other event related to area, division, district, or region, it still follows that. It still you have to ensure that you follow the branding guidelines. It need not have a Toastmasters logo on it, just the club name or anything for that matter. You have to follow the Toastmasters International branding guidelines. So is that very clear for you? This would be one question I know you would be asking. So that's why I took you there. So what are the do's and don'ts? We saw the do's, right? Now, what are the don'ts? Can you see this? People start elongating it. People start pulling it. No. My co-trainer today, Sanjana, will show you exactly how to place it, how to stretch it, how to use it properly into a flyer. But apart from that, don't mess with the logo. Don't go to change the color of the logo. Don't do anything else. Clear? Do you know what these lines in the logo means? Anyone? These lines?
The red line, you mean?
Not the red line. The the latitude and longitude lines. You remember the logo which was prior? It was showing North American continent only, right? So when in 2011, when they had this branding partner in place, what they did is when they changed to this logo, they had what they wanted to show is the growing momentum through these longitude and latitude lines so that it shows that it is a global organization, not a restricted organization to certain part of the globe. Okay, so this is the meaning of the lines.
Meaning going more international?
Yes, we are more, to show that it is global. Because if you remember the old logo which I showed you, the previous one which I showed you, which is used for almost a long time, it was only the North American continent was depicted on that. Okay. So now, if you see the shadows, don't do any shadow works, don't do any effects on the logo. Is that all clear? Don't mess with the logo, basically. Don't go to change the size within the logo, right? So this is all clear, right? Now let me move ahead. Now this is another major thing, which is the color palette. Now TI has already shown you, right? There are two primary colors, which is royal blue and true maroon. Okay, and for the designers and for the VPPRs, they have given the exact hexadecimal code which to be used. And in most softwares, believe me, only that hex code is required. For designers and for printers, they have also given the CMYK, the RGB format, the Pantone format, everything is given. But you as a VPPR or a club officer or a district leader or a member just have to know about this hex code because this is known to most of the software platforms, right? So royal blue and true maroon are the two primary colors. Now, what are the secondary colors that you can use? You can use cool gray and happy yellow. So you have additional to your list. But again, when you say happy yellow, this yellow color is to be used as an accent color. Now, what is an accent color? It is to highlight something. That means don't use it more than 50% of your flag. Is it clear? Clear? Now I'm going to, again, with this, you can also use the universal colors, which are black and white. They don't, they can be used, right? And black as a background, again, can be used. And I would suggest that only designers or who are into this field do use that black background because they know exactly how to position elements within that. So we as normal VPPRs who are not designers or so, we have enough and more colors with us. We can make use of them, right? So white background, black, true maroon, loyal blue, all can be used. In addition, TI also gives you gradient colors because we are all, we are all eager to use creativity, right? When in 2021, when I started my job as assisting the VPPR, then I used to feel I'm restricted with the colors. Then we had red also into the palette, right? And when we used to have these branding sessions, I got later in that very year, they introduced these gradients. And I was so happy to have these in because I could use these gradients. Now, what is a gradient? So a gradient is something like you have a particular color, a main color, which is gradually getting into a lighter tone, right? So this is how it is. Now, gradients can be from left to right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top, or even two darker shades at the ends and the lighter shade at the middle, right? So all these combinations are possible. They call it linear and circle radial gradients. All these combinations are possible, and they have shown you which color code to use exactly. So you have to, when it comes to blue gradient, you have to use loyal blue and blissful blue. Right? So these are the only combinations. So I've seen many flyers which are going from blue to gray, blue to white, red, maroon to white, maroon to gray, maroon to yellow, not compliant. Clear? We are going ahead now with the maroon color gradient that I can use. Something which I very commonly use these gradients. Now, deep maroon and rich maroon. And if you see, it's not the true maroon color, right? So it is not the true maroon. So for the gradients, it is a bit more darker shade, deep maroon, and rich maroon, right? So make note of all this. So these are the color combinations that we can use. Now, when it comes to gray, you have cool gray, again, cool gray, you have cool gray and a light gray. So these combinations are also mentioned here. So you make use of that. Now the transparencies, once you are into Canva, we are getting a lot of tools to use. We tend to get over creative, right? So in that case, you can also use transparencies. Now transparencies is when you have a base color on which you embed another color on top. Okay? So now this is the case wherein you have a blue color with a white on top. And this particular shade that you see in the middle can also be used as a transparent. And this can be used to highlight something. Yes. Who all want to do? Yes, please go ahead and follow this part. And my co-trainer would surely show you some of these transparencies, how to use these as well. Now let's come to our Pathways logo. Now Pathways logo is a logo that, when Pathways was introduced? The Pathways was introduced somewhere in 2017 and it came into practice in 2018. And since then, we are all following Pathways. I was introduced directly into Pathways, right? So when do we use this Pathways logo? Your Pathways logo can be used when you want to show the level completions of a particular of your members, right? Or you want to introduce something about a particular path. You want to highlight something. You can use these Pathways logo, and keep in mind that these Pathways logos, you cannot replace a TI logo with the Pathways logo, right? It is not for that. It is all for the internal communications with your members for your path completions and things like that. Now, again, Pathways logos come with 3 colors: the colorful logo, the grayscale, and the white. So these are the 3. Where to download? You have the download link there. And for this also, you have to have a clear space. Don't keep the logo crunched between other 2 text. No, please don't. So you know exactly now how to use the width of the pathways, right? Now the text and that space, you have to visually leave it around the pathways logo. Why do you do this? To make sure it has that spot there, okay? Now let's move to the pathways badges. For all your pathways, there is a pathways badge that you can use to use it on the flyer. Hey, this person completed level 1 of this path. You can show that particular pathways badges. Now, where to download? You have it in the download file. Sorry. Now comes, so we have gone ahead out of our visual guidelines. Any questions till now? I'm taking you into the fonts.
We have
Anything?
questions.
We have a question in the chat box.
Okay. Can you please read that out?
Okay, see, the question is, are there any specific occasions or events that we can make use of royal blue, true maroon, black, white, silver, and yellow as background? Or we can make use of it interchangeably for any of our flyers for Toastmaster meeting. You
Make
want me to
use of
repeat the
them
question?
as much as you want. No, I understood. Make use of them as much as you want. Or if you want to combine all this, also go ahead and combine. But there are some layout related, rules that you need to follow in general. That is not branding, but in general for a designing a flyer. So that if you have in place, you can follow it. Does that answer the question? Only for LO, please make sure that you don't have it more than 50% of the flyer because it is an accent color. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, he has responded.
Okay.
So the next question, we do have one more as well. So while using pathway logo in white color, should we remove its blue background or use it with original background? Can we use golden colors in occasion-based flyers?
When you have a closer color, which is yellow, why do you want to go for a golden color? That would be my question. And what was the blue related? I didn't really get that.
Okay. While using pathway logo in white color, should we remove its blue background or use it with original background?
Okay. Now you're talking about this particular one, right? This one, right?
Yeah.
When you download, you won't get this blue background. It is just to show you that this is a white. You cannot have this white logo on a white background here, right? You wouldn't see it. That is why TI has used like a darker background in the back, black background to show you that it's a white logo, right? When you download, you wouldn't get this blue color.
Okay.
Is it clear?
I think yes.
Yes.
Follow up, there is another more question. I'm sorry. Is there any rule that blue color is used for club and maroon for district division area?
It used to be before, okay, very long back. But from 2020, when I joined and I went first through the brand manual, it was a 75-page manual, right? In that, it was mentioned that it used to be like this, that red was used for districts and blue was used for clubs. No more. You can use it interchangeably. You can use it anyhow. It doesn't matter, right? There's no distinction as of now. So from 2020, it was taken out. Now let's
They
go
were
ahead
asking
with
about.
yes.
I'm sorry. Like, do you want to take the questions towards the last because there are a couple of other questions?
Let's move it to the last. Otherwise, I'll get.
Okay, then. Yeah. Okay.
Now let's. No, it was just an overview thing, just to understand if they understood the essence of it. Yeah. Now let's go ahead with the fonts. Then what fonts will you use in the text? Now I see a lot of creative fonts being used. Now let's see what fonts you can use, right? Now fonts again, they have mentioned for the main headers and the body of the text, you can use Gotham as an official font. In case Gotham is not available, you find Gotham in most softwares right now. If in case the Gotham is not downloadable, as the font is not available, you can use something called Montserrat. Montserrat is also a font which is freely available. If you don't have, again, they have given you a link to download Montserrat. And why is there not a link to download Gotham? Because Gotham is actually a paid font, but now you find it in most official softwares, right? Is that clear? Now, when you have the font in place, there are many options every software has, like narrow, bold, light, semi-light. How do you know what to use? It is only mentioned here, right? It is mentioned here to use in black, bold, medium, light. All these are mentioned. But then they haven't, if you see, they haven't given you the narrow option or the elongated options. Why? Because they want to keep this wide. They want to keep this main header fonts wide. That is why they haven't given you the narrow font and all that. So when you use Montserrat with something with a narrow font, which is elongated, please understand that it is not in the brand manual. You may use occasionally, but please don't use it. Is it clear for you? Now I go for the next set of fonts, which is to be used in the body, right? Now for the body, we use something called Myriad Pro. Again, it is a paid font. If you find it in your softwares that you use, go ahead and use it. That is a standard, and it is already mentioned what are the options that you have. You have regular, you have light, you have bold, all these combinations you can use. Now, if you don't have Myriad Pro because it's a paid font, what do you do? The alternate would be Arial, which is very common, and also Segoy. Segoy is also something which you can use. Segoy UI is something which you can use. I think Segoy was for one's not okay. So okay.
It's on the next.
Yeah, okay.
This
alternate is you're right. The alternate is Source Sans 3, which is again which you can use. Source Sans is something which you have. Now what is a Sans coming for? Sans says no, not to have. Okay. Now Source Sans is something which doesn't come with straight lines on the fonts. That is when you have a space added to this. So Source Sans 3. The free script options. The free script options are for those VPPRs or the leaders who want to use something, a very creative font, a running font, onto a special events flyer. Only then you use something called Corinthia or Luxurious Script. Now, all these are available in Canva per se. If not, you can even download from here and upload to the software that we are using. So the download options are also mentioned here, right? So this is all about the fonts. Now with this, I'm going into the images and photography that you must use, okay, in a that you can use in the Toastmasters flyer. So let's go ahead with the images and photography and the phrases that you can use, right?
Sorry to interrupt, Bindu. We have two questions related to this color and theme. So I think we can finish this and move to the images and photography. Is that okay?
No problem. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Prasad, can you just read out the questions?
Yeah. So one question which I believe like was deleted, but still I have made a note of it. The question was like any other color can be used aside from white and black.
You have the GI colors, the primary colors, the blue, maroon, yellow, and gray. Only these can be used. That's why they give you very clearly those colors are your color palette. Choose any from your color palette. And if you want to
And
be more creative, make use of the gradients.
okay. And there was another question which asked about golden ribbons. Can we use golden ribbons as well?
Occasionally, very occasionally, please make use of it. That too for the celebrations flyer or some winners flyer. Apart from that, please, refrain from using it for your regular communications.
Okay.
Okay.
What information should we capture in the flyer? I have seen some using the meeting theme, TMOD, and Table Topics Master, while some go ahead by including the speakers and evaluators as well, which looks kind of overwhelmed. Can you give some guidelines on this?
Yeah, sure. So any flyer for that matter, what should be there into a flyer? Definitely the logo or the word mark, right? The district from the club name. And let's take a case of a club flyer or a club meeting flyer. Okay. Now you tell me a club name. Every club, the name that you have, let's say Smedley Toastmasters. Smedley Toastmasters can be in multiple countries, right? So every club has a club number to it or address in which it resides. Now, what is the club address? The club number, the area to which it belongs, the division to which it belongs, and the district to which it belongs. Please extend to the region also. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt, right? So you can mention this there. What else? The meeting number, which meeting you are in, 300th meeting. Yes. What else? What is essentially required there? What are you trying? What is this meeting flyer for? Anyone can unmute? What is this meeting flyer for? Who is the audience?
General public.
It's for the members. Outsiders.
Outsiders, not
Guest.
Toastmasters. Yes, right?
Guest.
So, what do they want to know from you? Your meeting venue, date, time, right? How to contact you? All these. Can you mute? I hear my sound. So you need. So what would we cover? The logo or word mark, the club name, the club address, which is the club number, area, division, district, region, doesn't matter, or the country in which you are, followed by the venue details, where you are, venue or Zoom, online, doesn't matter, whatever it is, online or offline. So all the details, contact number. Okay, a basic thing would be the contact number or your social media handles. These are the essential things into a flyer. Now, what else? How will you attract the guest? Just seeing this, will they come in? What are the benefits that you are getting? Right? What are the benefits the members will get if you join Toastmasters? Put some benefits into it. Also, to add, and the deck, what is it? Your club meeting photos. Your club meeting photos or your members, speaking confidently. All such photos will definitely hit this. So you need to have, these are the minimum things that need to get into a flyer. Now, when you add in the TMOD, when you say TMOD, I mean the acronym TMOD or the G, does the new member or a guest understand what is TMOD? No, they don't. Definitely, you can highlight the speakers of your club, or you can use it in multiple different flyers. You can keep this as a save the date flyer alone for the guest, right? If you want to have something internally to be circulated, now this Toastmaster of the Day meeting theme is ideally for whom? It's for your club, right? For your club members to show who is your teammate, TMOD, what are the themes that they are bringing in. And if you look into it, if you look into those images and photography in detail when I come into this, you will understand that the meeting theme, they now in the latest revisions of brand manuals, they don't, let's say, earlier they used to say, do not design a flyer based on the meeting theme. Now they are not against it, totally against it. They say you can use it as secondary elements if you wish to. Let's say the Toastmaster of the day is coming with a cooking theme, right? Do you want those noodles or some cooking dishes, how she's with an apron into the flyer? Do you need that to be shown to your guests? Definitely not. Right? So now you understood the essentials, the base, the bare minimum of a flyer would be, again, logo, word mark, logo or word mark, don't use it together, the club name, club address, the meeting details, the contact person with the name. Please ensure that you put the name. Don't just mention contact VPM dash. Whoever is calling would be like, who am I talking to, right? At least put Lena or K from KEF Toastmasters. This is a number, right? Your social media handles, definitely your social media handles. So they know that if they go search for this in that particular account, they can get more information about you. Then your meeting photos or your someone from your members who are showing, or even the TI branded images. Do you remember when I took you to the brand portal, there was branded images there? Use one of those photos as well, doesn't matter. And some brief benefits, what you will get out of Toastmasters. This is essentially what you require as a bare minimum for creating a flyer. Is that clear? Now let's move ahead with images and photography. Now, when you go into the images and photography, right, they tell you what is to be placed into that. Now, they say try to use photos where people look very engaged. These are some of the photos which are there in that page that you see now. These are some of the photos that you can download and use in your flyers if you are running short of flyers, short of photographs from your club, right? Moving on now. So what you can show members portrayed in meetings, presentations, in speeches, the networking that happens in your club, all those pictures, go ahead and post it there, right? Conferences, training venues, speech contests, doesn't matter. Depending on what your meeting is all about, go ahead and post those, right? Now, they say to stay away from images that show like landscapes, buildings, high-rise buildings. Let's say Qatar itself, if you look into the West Bay, it's sea line, please don't do all that. That's not required. Is it required to show Qatar in the background? No. So animals, children, food appliances, medicine, architecture. Again, in case any cartoons or illustrations or clip art related to the theme is there and you want to use it, then use it as a secondary design element. Don't use it as a primary design element and show it in the memes. Okay? Which is again allowed by brand manual, because there'll be a lot of questions like you will be asking them, and they have revised brand manuals in these years. Again, one more thing, main thing to note is make sure as a VPPR or an area PRM or a division PRM, make sure that you have the permission of those members' photos that you're using in the flyers. And if you are downloading those pictures from the web, what happens is there could be copyright issues. So please make sure that you use only those which are from your club or from the TI branded images, to avoid any copyright related issues, right? Now, again, the logo placement on a photography. Let's say, where will you place the logo? Now you know what logo to be used, what is the correct usage and everything, but where will you post it? Where will you place it? Now they say the logo should be placed, it should have a good contrast, right? You shouldn't place the color logo behind a colored, too much dark background, so that what happens is much of the elements of the logo will not be visible. Don't do that. Right? You should have a good contrast between the logo and the image that you're putting in the flyer behind the logo, right? This is very important. So logo should not cover anyone's faces. Make sure that it has its prominent place. The best and ideal place would be on the top left or the bottom right corner, depending on the positions of the images. That is up to you to decide, but make sure it has its own contrast and it's standing out. Don't put it in the middle or in the right or left or anywhere hanging around. Make sure it is placed properly and it has its clear space around. Clear? Now, you're running out of text to put it into a flyer. Your brand manual has a lot of phrases, approved phrases by Toastmasters International that you can introduce, that you can use into your flyer. find your voice, relax, speak confidently. All these statements that is communicate confidently. All these are the phrases that you can go ahead and use it in your life. Clear? Now, moving ahead with what are the resources that you have, I took you already to the brand portal, exactly how to log in, right? Once you are in the toastmasters.org, you go into the resources. Under the resources, you have the brand portal. Once you're in the brand portal, you have access to the brand manual. You have access to the branded templates and all that, email signatures, business cards, all the other templates. Everything is mentioned there. Please go ahead, have a look. Everything can be downloaded from this download link here. Yeah. Now the badges. They will introduce badges which says proud member of Toastmasters International or a distinguished Toastmaster. If you are a DTM, please make use of these badges in the flyer. Right? Yeah, I am a DTM. Or a proud member of Toastmasters International. Please go ahead and use it. And these are also available for download. Now it comes to the email signature. Now this is something which every district leader, because they are the most ones who use the emails, right, to communicate with Toastmasters, and club officers, if you are using emails to communicate with your members, please ensure that you follow this email signature. This is the branded email signature template that you have. Please go ahead and use the same. I've seen with photos, I've seen with normal writings, even up to district director or region advisor level. Please don't do that. Please make use of this branded email signature to be used, and it is the DPRM or the district IT manager. Please ensure that all the leaders, district leaders, follow the same. Now, stationery in terms of any letter format or whatever, everything is available there for you to download. I'm just running through again. Another thing is trademark use request. Now, there are some things that they don't allow you to, let's say, you can shop from Toastmasters, right? There are some things that you can download the design from and prepare, like the business card and so. And there are some which, let's say you want to prepare, make a t-shirt for all the entire club, or you want to have a cake with the TI logo on, you want to have a cookie with the TI logo on, everything is possible. You have to raise a trademark use request. For the food, they don't mind at the moment, but for others, right? For let's say you want to have apparel, like a t-shirt with the TI logo, have the design in place. Once the design is there, go to the trademark use request. If you remember, I took you to the trademark use request. There was a particular link there in the brand portal. Click on it. You will be telling them why you want this, how many of them are you going to procure, what is the estimated amount, what is the reason for it, and maybe a week they will take to evaluate the request. They will return back to you saying approve. And now this approval will be until the June 30th of the term. Right? So let's say you have started, you have requested in May, and mind you, that approval to do something would be until the June 30th of the term. Right? So this is how the trademark use request goes. Anything that is mentioned here in this list, you have to go ahead with a trademark use request. Now, this is the apparel guidelines, exactly what I told you. The design, you can make it on anything, cup, whatever you want, you can. But make sure you have the design in place and get the approval from TI before you do it. Right? All the submit requests can be done from this trademark use request form, or you can go into the portal and use it accordingly. Now, the website guidelines. Now, the website guidelines, for if you all want to use some free website templates, again, that was available in the brand portal for you to use. We have free Toast Host or WordPress. You can go ahead, download, make it, customize it to your club. Then that will be a very, very decent one, a very small one. You can have it, or if you have your club have enough budget, you can go ahead with a little more like Wix.com or some website providers and prepare your own websites for that matter. It doesn't matter. And website guidelines. Any social media or website, they mandate that you have a disclaimer written to it. And also when it's a website, you link to the Toastmasters International website as well from there. Okay? Because don't replicate the information. What is the Toastmasters International? And again, have it here. Anything that you have it on the TI website, please have a link to that website and make use of it. When it comes to the video guidelines, again, for all those enthusiasts who are really into creative videos and everything, what they say is you should have the TI logo or wordmark, doesn't matter, with your club name or your division or your area, right? That should be there. So it shows that this is an area video, this shows a division video, this is a club video, right? Once that is done, in the initial frames, you must have a disclaimer, which is mentioned here. You need to copy that and use it in one of the initial frames itself, right? As a disclaimer from Toastmasters International. Once that is done, when you go into the end frame, right? In the end frame, you should also again clarify as to which month and which year and the club name does it belong to, and the video credits must be given to the maker of the video, right? So all these are simple guidelines that they have mentioned. Please go ahead and do the same. And if you are in doubt whether you have made a creative video using AI, now it's AI time, right? You're making but you have a doubt. Can we use it? Is it brand compliant? Go ahead and send an email to brand@toastmasters.org, IT manager or DPRM, if you can please type that in the chat there, brand@toastmasters.org. Just send them an email with the same video. They will confirm back to you whether it is compliant or not. Moving ahead with the corporate club guidelines. Now, this is something which many of the corporate clubs would be very interested in. Now, the corporate club guidelines, what is it? They say when you have the TI logo and the corporate logo, don't keep it together because each one has distinct, right? So give that importance to them. Either you can keep it in two opposite corners, top and bottom, or opposite sides. This can be done, but don't make sure that you don't keep it together. Clear? And there was a recent question that came from one of the members, whether in the club banner, standard design club banner, we can use the corporate logo as well, which is a strict no. Right? It is not there. The TI design doesn't show any option for including a corporate logo into it. Now, we have gavel clubs, right? What are gavel clubs? For those who are less than 18 years of age, then we have the gavel club. Now, the gavel club has their own logos, right? These are the three logos that you can use for those gavel club counselors who are in here. These are the three. The rest of the branding guidelines stay the same. They have to use exactly the same. The colors, everything still same. Only the three logos that are for the gavel clubs. And for gavel clubs, they are affiliated directly to Toastmasters International. They are not linked to any club, although there is a parent club for it, but they are not linked to the parent, the club or a division or an area or a district. They are directly affiliated with Toastmasters International. The logos can be downloaded. Moving ahead with the district conference guidelines. Now you will say the Toastmasters International Convention, they have been using pink, green, blue, yellow, whatever combinations. And also the district conference that was just completed back in May did have colors, shades of brown and gray, right? How did they use them? TI says that for the district conference alone, you can have a different theme or a different color palette. But only thing is you need to get it approved from TI beforehand. So the guidelines for that is very clearly mentioned here, right? And they've very clearly mentioned this exception is only for the district conference. Now, moving ahead, there are many things about the frequently asked questions. I'm not going to go into that. You all can have a look into it. A note about the World Hub. No, all these I'm stopping sharing, and I'm just coming back to my presentation. Any questions till now?
Yeah, there are some questions. Can we start?
Very quick.
Yeah, so is there any specific sizes is there for the font?
For the font sizes, go
Yeah.
ahead and use as long as it is visible and it looks optimal for you as in a flyer or a agenda or whatever document that you're preparing. It should be fine.
Okay, so the next question is, so aside from Myriad Pro, which is suggested, Arial can be used if Myriad Pro font is not available.
That's right. It's very clearly mentioned in the brand manual.
Okay, so the next question is, for the casual occasions related to members, what type of specific colors can be used in flyers and templates?
Colors are unfortunately the color palette which I have shown you. So only those whatever colors are mentioned in the color palette, only that can be used. So you have again to repeat, maroon, blue, gray. And when I say maroon, blue, gray, not any shades, the particular hex code what is mentioned in the brand manual, only those colors can be used. Yellow, white, black, anything can be used.
Okay.
Any of these colors. Huh?
Okay.
Anything else, Prasad?
Yeah, there are three more. I see some flyers using cursive style of writing. So can we use them in flyers?
Now, the cursive style of writing is to be limited to the Corinthia and Lucida, which is mentioned there. So in the brand manual, there were two particular fonts. If you're using that, it is fine. If not, then again, it's not compliant.
The next question is regarding the phrase guidelines. Can we create our own which have a similar meaning to the approved phrases?
Yeah, go ahead and use, as long as you are not deviating much from the Toastmasters International. You remember the voice and tone, right? So if you're not deviating with what the brand is trying to show to the world, then it's fine.
So the last question is, when we give away certificates to members, what is the standard format? And can we change the colors within the given standard colors? Can we use metallic colors, silver, gold, gray?
When I say cannot use, why you would ask that question again and again? See, a TI brand manual, I took you to the brand manual. It is not my, my creativity, right? It is in the brand manual very clearly stated, only these colors are to be used. Then why would that question even arise?
Okay, so I think the last two would
Again,
be
as
like
I
for
told you, see, to be people who are very creative, they want to do it, very anxious, go ahead and do one or two, but limit it to your, don't post it in social media and keep it like that. Limit it within your club group, it's okay, but don't post it in social media.
okay.
Because you are the brand ambassador. You are the one custodian of the brand. You have to portray the brand. If you are not doing it, then who will do it? Yeah.
Okay, the question was like with regards to the certificates, is the format of the certificate is my main question. I believe like we do have a format for that in the website, if I'm not wrong.
In the branded templates, there is already a certificate template for both for use of the speech contest or for use of certificate of appreciation, recognition. All these templates are already available. Please make use of only that. And in case you want to use it a different certificate format, you have the design. It is under the go to the brand manual, check under the trademarks use request. Does that item is listed there to be availed a trademark request? Yes, then go ahead, submit a form. This is my design. I am going to print 10 numbers, right? 10 numbers or 60 numbers or 70 numbers. It's a division E awards ceremony, for example. I want to print 100 numbers. This is going to be the cost. Will you approve? If they approve, you go ahead. If they don't approve, stick with the TI certificates.
Okay. And is there any standard size for flyers that Toastmasters is using?
I believe that will be covered in the, there's no standard size as such. Let me put it that way. It's always, based on a design ratio. Like if you want to use 16:9, 1:1, 3:4, 4:3, it doesn't matter. So these are different, these are from a design perspective, right? So a part of it might be covered by our co-trainer. I'm not sure, Sanjana. She will be doing that. But there's no
Okay.
standard size that TI says. It is based on the social media that you are going to do, right? Let's say if it is Instagram, it is mostly 1:1 or 4:9. Like however you want it, we have a portrait landscape. It doesn't matter based on the count that you are going to follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next
And
question is, I'm sorry, like we do have three more. I think like we'll close with that. Next is a bit of creative. Suppose an image of a forest is there in the flyer. Can we place logo on top of it?
So the forest, when they say you don't have to put a landscape picture, why would you put a forest picture on the flyer? That is my first question. Let's say you wanted to put a forest picture because there's a member standing there in the midst of the forest, right? So there will be some area which is, you position it in such a way, be creative, be position it in such a way that the logo has its own identity. It is shown very clearly on one side of the flyer, right? If that is done, it should not be a problem. Otherwise, if it is just the forest, I would say please refrain from using such landscape pictures.
Okay. And the final would be like, we have seen several flyers with various microphone photos. Is it okay to use this on our flyers?
These are very clip arts, right? Small clip arts, that's what you're saying, the location, so initially they used to say no, but then now they have mentioned anything related to theme or such location related ones, it is okay to use. Don't overcrowd your flyer, basically, that's it.
Okay. And the last would be, can we use landscape images to add in design? I think
I already answered that, yeah.
again, goes with the same,
Where
yeah.
it's clearly said, please do not refrain from using landscape pictures. Why would you want to use a landscape picture unless there's a member itself being part of the picture?
I think like those would be the questions. Rest have been an excellent listeners. They have understood it.
Thank you so much.
Back to you.
One main thing which I wanted to tell you, which I missed to say, is let's say club website or a social media. Who is the owner of that? Okay. Anything that is published from the club, your club president is the publisher. So ideally, whatever you make should go to him because he or she is the owner or he or she is responsible for that, right? They are the publishers. Anything else, any other documentation, any other publishing which goes from area, division, district, who is the publisher? It's the district director, right? So it is the district director who is the publisher. Make sure anything that you want to publish in that way, please go via him. He should approve for it to be published. Clear? So now you know who is responsible for the content of area, division, district, whatever it is the district director. Whatever is being published by the DPRM doesn't matter. District director is the ultimate responsible and the owner of that. Is that clear? So I went through the trademark use request. Let us, are you seeing my screen? Yes. What is in it for you? What is all this branding for you as a member? You know that there is a brand in place now, right? Those of you who didn't know that you know that there is a brand, you know that there's a brand manual in place. You know there is something, what do you say? The brand manual in place, you know that there are templates in place, you know that you need to raise requests when required. If you are in doubt, you can mail to brand@toastmasters.org. Right? You know all this information now. What is the right logos to use? What are the different, where to download it from? What are the different images to use? Where to download it from? What are the fonts to use? All this is very clear to you as a member. Correct? And as a leader, they must know, as a leader, I mean club, district, doesn't matter. As a leader, they must know there's a website as such, Toastmasters.website. You should be able to guide your members, your club members or your area members to the right place to download or where they can get the information. So you must be aware that there is a website. Go through that website. What all are available? What content can be downloaded? Right? All this has to be done. Make sure because you followed something 2 years back, don't keep on using the same. Make sure that you have an updated presentation or an updated different agenda template, whatever is available. Make sure that you download from the resource library always. Everything is available for you to download. Please do that. And only thing what you need to ensure, another thing is the contrast. When you're having something light, have it on a darker background. When you're having some text or something as dark, put it on a lighter background. Why? You want contrast. You want it to be clear. You remember the clear voice and tone? That is it. Right? So this is what is it for you as a leader? Now moving ahead, flying the brand, what all should you take care? You must ensure logo, keep it distinct. Very important. Follow the brand guidelines. Remember, contrast is key. So what is contrast is key? Light background, dark text, dark background, light text. Club meeting details and all those essential things that should go into a flyer, which I mentioned. Now let's do some game, right? Brand or not. Now tell me, what are the issues that you see with this particular flyer? Go on, unmute first.
किन्छु भन्ने बेच्छु भन्ने के मेरो रेटमा किन्नु पर्यो नि त उनीहरूले किन्नु
IT manager, host, if you think it is by mistake, please unmute that person. Anyone else who wants to say anything that you think an issue with this particular flyer?
First, for the logo. Logo need
what happened to the logo?
Logo need breathing face, like space.
Yes, very good. Anyone else?
The background color.
Background color, I think I told you that we can
Black
use
and
black,
white is
but it
agreed.
should be used by a designer, right? Like who knows what they are doing. And here I think they have done that in terms of positioning and all that. But what else?
I think the benefit is not there.
What is not there?
What the audience will gain for attending this one.
No, I didn't get that. Can you repeat, Dave?
What you were saying about benefits.
The benefits. It is, see, in this particular flyer is about a youth leadership program, the grand finale. So, depending on the meeting flyer, that is what I meant. That when I took that as an example, I took it as a club meeting flyer, right? So this is something to show about the youth leadership program conducted by ABCD Toastmasters Club. So you need not have anything related to the benefits of Toastmasters here. Maybe 1 or 2 words about youth leadership program would be good. Again, that is part of the design and the layout, right? Apart from that, what I felt is maybe it's because the yellow, the effects that they used, or the yellow color is not as appealing as, or maybe it's not the correct yellow shade, right? Which is ignorable at this point of time. If it were me, I would have used this logo a little more. I would have given the space a little more bigger to be on such a big flyer, and also the details of this club, the parent club who is conducting it, a little more bigger, right, to be visually seen. So let's go ahead with the next flyer. How about this?
Logo in
Everything
wrong
is
position.
logo
Logo in wrong position.
logo and the
Logo.
background.
If you look into this, okay, in this particular context, the logo is given its own identity. It is at the bottom, correct, in the center, but then it is having its own clear space, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I believe that part is still okay in this particular flyer.
The background color and the
Background color is
area,
definite.
the club details.
The font.
Yes.
The font.
All those details are missing as to where it is happening, right? Whether it is area, whether it is a club. All that is. What about the font? You see, you remember I told you these narrow kind of fonts. Normally, the body and the header should have those wide kind of fonts, right? This is one place where you can look into such things. Okay, I'll go ahead with the next one. I made this flyer and I changed something for it to be seen.
Keynote speakers, color of keynote speakers, white color is little lighter compared
So
to
what is there? So what would you have done?
Contrasting colors.
same color.
Contrast is key, right? So if you see on a gray light background, I have used yellow and white, which is not seen. The rest, everything is okay. Correct? So
logo is
you can switch to brown, the maroon or blue, whatever colors you want to use, or even black for that matter, doesn't matter. Now someone mentioned about the logo.
Logo is missing.
Logo is missing, right?
Yes.
Why logo is missing? Because this is a DTAC flyer, District Toastmasters Annual Conference flyer. If you see, there is an exception where we have taken approval for use of this logo, right? For this, I don't have to mandatorily put the TI logo as well. Only for the District Toastmasters Annual Conference. Is that clear? The next one. I took this, pardon me, I took this from another branding group, WhatsApp group, but I felt I can show this so that you all understand. Quickly, now you all are experts.
Again, logo and text.
Okay, logo, what happened to the logo?
The club division address is missing.
Everything is missing, okay? And there is not a brand in compliance to say. That would be the ideal information that you need to have in the flyer. Okay, don't get me wrong there. I never said the club address is mandatory. What I say, they are the essential content of a club flyer.
Space on the left side of logo. Space
Logo.
on the left side of logo.
Space on the left side of logo, correct?
Club name, club name is color is wrong, maybe.
That is correct. Incorrect colors. Anything
else? Incorrect font.
Incorrect font as well. Okay. So this is again. Yes. Sorry. Next one. This again I've taken from the branding WhatsApp group or from social media. Let's put it. It looks cool, right? Anything wrong in this flyer? Leave all the design perspectives. Anything wrong in terms of brand compliance? Anything wrong?
Seems okay.
Seems okay.
Yes, need to be that prominent.
It is perfectly okay. It is just that when you look, let's say a member gets a guest gets this. He's not sure what his body language is a superpower. Is it an information that is being shared by the club, right? Even if we look into it, don't know whether that is a theme or an information that is being shared by the club. Correct? And the Toastmaster of the day is mentioned, but what is he doing, or there's no much information for the guest as such. But for the member, the club, doesn't matter. Right? As such, it's brand compliant.
Lack of information.
Lack of information, yes. Lack of clarity, let me put it. Right? Lack of clarity. As to what are they trying to say? Is it the theme of the meeting or is it something else? Apart from that, brand compliance is there. Okay. Now the next one. How about this one?
Image.
Shamil, is it you?
color
Yes.
yellow.
Yeah, and this I would like to hear from Dave or someone out of India, because these are something very specific, right? What are they trying to say? Is it any way related to Toastmasters? And the font, if you look into it, right? The font is also a problem. And if you look into it, the logo is a bit, you see?
Stretch, no space. Yeah, down
Right,
below.
sorry. Yeah, down below, yeah, here, right? It has been used by this element, I believe. So here, a bit of a distortion. So all these are part of it. Please do not use, you remember the language should be internationally understandable. Is this internationally understandable? I don't think Aristotle understood what is Kumbhakaran, right? So think about it when you create flyers. The final one, arigato. I remember Nisha Shivaram. The Domo arigato. This flyer, is it good? All good?
This is AI generated.
AI generated, of course, yes. But apart from that,
logo spacing, left upper space of logo.
Yes, yes, correct. A logo spacing a bit, they could have worked on. Yeah, okay.
And clipboards, not to use the flowers and mountain.
Again, clipboards, clipboards, these are the clipboards, okay? The location, the time, the venue, the phone, these clipboards are okay to be used. But let's say
the tagline is okay.
Required, right? This mountain.
And the font.
Japan.
The tagline, is it okay the way how it is?
Yes. Did brand manual didn't mention, right, how to write when it is made in a particular format. So you can use as long as it is in the brand compliant fonts and everything, can be used. But if you look into this blue, which is generated by AI, as a flyer, as the original flyer, maybe in this presentation you might not be visible. It is a darker shade of the TI blue, right? And that is the limitation of AI. And in maybe our DPRM would be, in future sessions, they would cover, or there is a planned AI session by DTM Kajitan Barreto, I think on 25th. So maybe we can get to know more about it. As to this, AI tends to darken the shades of TI. So that is something which I feel it is a brand compliant, right? Apart from that, the Japanese, the mountain, the sun, and the those what do you call it? The cherry blossoms. This is to show Japan, right? So domo arigato as a theme. So that could have been avoided. There's nothing that is beneficial out of it to a guest or anyone else. So with that, one more finally. One more. This is one which I used in 2023, one of the branding sessions.
The background photograph.
Logo space.
The background photograph, anything related to
Green
Toastmasters
color.
International, anything that was engaging, networking, anything? Not really, right?
Nothing.
That
Yeah.
could have been avoided. Positioning of the logo, yes, again, clear space.
Font
You are very
and
clear
color.
about it.
Green
Green
color.
color.
Green color, yes.
Font
Fast.
also.
Now you speak very fast. Font, which is correct. Okay.
Green color in the logo.
Yeah, okay. What about this pluviophile?
It is missing the which area, club, which lack of informations.
Don't even, yeah, correct. The club details are missing. We don't know what is going to happen. Where is it going to happen? We know only the meeting. We don't know when it is going to happen. Yes. But again, that is not brand compliance. Missing information is not brand compliance. Okay. Again, this pluviophile, I don't know whether it is a theme or is it a word of the day. Right? It is lack of clarity again. Right? It's because your brand, again, branding platform, the voice and tone says it should be clear. It is not clear for me. Can we move ahead? Now I have taken you through many, and you must be all experts. And I know there's one problem with this. When you know branding, right? When you at least know this information, from now on, every flyer that you see, you will start feeling the pinch. You will start analyzing. Oh, this is not right. This is not right. This color is not. This font is not right. And don't blame me for it. Now, a quick recap. Logo, keep it distinct, right? Follow the brand guidelines. You know where to look for the brand manual. Don't tell me even after this that you don't know where to look for the brand manual. Remember, contrast is key. This is very, 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 very important. Use trademark approvals for non-authorized items. How do you know whether what is non-authorized? Go into the brand manual, to the trademark user request. Go for it. If they say there are some conditions in a trademark user request, go through it. If it is not available for purchase in the TI platform, or if it is not available for purchase in Muscarado or any related agency, authorized agencies of Toastmasters International, then they say, please come to us for a trademark user request. And finally, use the resource library to get access to all the latest templates. Don't forget that. And in conclusion, when in doubt, you ask. You ask who? That is the question. No, you ask who? You ask you as a member. You can write to TI. How? Using brand@toastmasters.org. Or if it is anything with the trademark at toastmasters.org. These are the two email addresses that you will use. You have a VPPR group or a club officer group. If you want, please clarify there. Or you have the DPRM as a brand custodian of the district. You can approach her and her team for that. Right? Me as a trainer, of course, I'm available in the district itself. So anytime, please ask. When in doubt, ask. Right? And finally, as a brand ambassador, you should know the branding and you must protect your brand. Right? So this was my theme for this training, protecting and promoting the TI branding. And I think I have done justice. And yeah, back to you, district program called, sorry, PR manager. Now it's a Q&A session. If you want to have something, additional questions, we can have a session. If not, I will be handing over to our DPRM.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Bindu Pillai. This was such a wonderful and informative session, very informative. And I can understand that each and every person was like eagerly, involved, interactive, and they were ready, eagerly happy to understand what all things you have mentioned. And with this, we can say you are the guardian of our District 116 branching, official guardian. Thank you so much for your time. We have crossed a bit of time, but still, like, everybody was so enthusiastic. So even I was like patiently waiting. So without,
sorry.
well, it's okay. So any questions are there now that we will move to the last session. We will move to the second session. So once again, I express my thanks on behalf of District 116 members, Distinguished Toastmaster Bindu Pillai. So